last time. Oh, Dragon Ball Z.
What time did you guys get here? Hopefully not fucking 6.
Huh?
I got here at 5.
Oh no.
I got here at 7:13.
Thank God.
7:23, 6 minutes.
Where's the kobold?
Oh, let's put it back here.
We fed him to a dragon.
Yep.
Oh, that's not a very fitting end.
His worst nightmare came true. It's so weird. How Berserk just kind of wandered through and
Tink?
hey, I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't seen you for a while. I feel a little peckish. One thing led to another.
Umbrizard never forgets a face.
Why are you feeling like my cousin?
Well, Scurry managed to make it out. Because
No,
he
I was
scurried away.
talking about Peck.
Yeah, well. Alright, so. You, our lovely band of adventurers, last time managed to repel a patrol of the cultists coming out of the Redmayne Redoubt late at night during an ambush. While you were preparing for your own assault on the Redoubt. Ding dong. So that is where we left off, with the many corpses of the cultist in many pieces around the forest, and having just burned the terrible little rotworms out of the last cultist so that you can interrogate him, although he had passed out from shock from, everything you put him through. So, that's where we're going to pick it up.
Sure.
I think he's fine now.
You think he will make it?
Well, it's not going to his heart anymore, so that's a good thing.
Okay.
Is he breathing? I'll check him out. Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Cover his mouth. I feel like you see him go down and put his ear
15.
to
15.
his
He
mouth, and you
is
just
still
lean in.
alive, but he is definitely passed out from the shock of being burnt with a torch and, having the nasty little worm heading towards his heart, mummy style, crawling through his flesh. Not a fun experience. Where he lived.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Have a good night. Thank you.
It's a great addition to the recording.
I don't think it got it.
Hopefully it did.
I think Framastrian will be able to keep him alive. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Did she call her kids little fuckheads?
No.
Who's the little fuckhead then?
No, she said bucket.
Oh, bucket.
Yeah, she had a little
I heard
bucket.
fuckhead.
That's what I heard too,
Yeah,
dude.
no. She said she had a little bucket with like a
Oh.
bunch of stuff.
Well,
She's
that
like,
makes it a lot more.
She's like, it was
Oh,
way
okay.
easier with this little bucket. She's always, because I used to drop all this stuff.
That's why she brought the Parmesan.
Yeah.
I thought it was like her kids.
She had a
in the-
pan, she had all the
her,
stuff in a
her,
little
her
bucket.
kids, Parmesan and peppers.
Yeah, I thought it was her kids in the car, like, oh, Parmesan, and open it up and start eating it.
Little fuckhead.
Little fuckheads.
Seeing that this guy is in better condition, probably not burnt, cut in half, or his clothes.
Oh, he is burnt.
How badly?
Well, Tink got him with, or was it you or Tink who got him with the torch?
I had the torch.
You had the yeah, Tink got him with the torch pretty good. As the rotworm was crawling up his leg and eating its way through there, he burned him in several places trying to kill it. So it's not as bad as the guy who dumped alchemist fire on his face.
Sure. Or the guy that I lit on fire with my.
Or that guy, yeah. But I mean, he got him pretty good with the torch in 3 different spots.
I am going to pat him down to see if he is carrying any sort of missive or information on the keep.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
That is a 14.
14, okay. You kind of pat through his robes, kind of go through there. You find a small purse with about 15 copper pieces in it. Other than that, other than his the scimitar he's carrying and his robes,
doesn't seem to be carrying too much. Not a particularly high-ranking cultist member.
Okay.
Um,
So now I'll look at Donor and be like, when he wakes up, you should ask him about the forces within the keep.
I worry now that we've taken out these scout squadrons, they will be missing. Our time is going to be now.
That is true.
Well, we don't know if they're at the tail end or the beginning of their route, so we could have more time than we think. So
More than anything, it could potentially lead to more scouting, honestly. Right?
Well,
If they look for their friends, there might be more opportunity to
but there's a
taking
chance.
too far ahead.
But there's a chance that they might not know, because if this is the beginning of their patrol, they're not expected for another couple hours.
But that's not a chance we're willing to take.
But it's also that we were waiting until just before dawn, yes? We were waiting till 4. What time is it now?
After this little skirmish, this took place shortly after 3 in the morning.
Mm.
So
Oh, so we're actually nearing it.
you're pretty close to it, yeah. And then, you know, this little skirmish didn't really end up taking that much time, so it's pretty close to 3 in the morning.
Did we manage to rest?
Anybody need a napkin?
It all fell off.
But let's see, it was
I was sleeping.
Tink's watch? Yeah, it was
Tink's
Tink's
watch is when the stuff kicked off.
I don't think I had a watch.
No, you didn't,
No,
because
it was
Stefan took the first watch.
It was a short rest either way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you would have the benefits of a short rest, but because it was kind of interrupted in the middle, you guys had decided to go to sleep. It was kind of a crunched schedule,
Okay.
right? So if it got interrupted, it was kind of gonna screw that up for you guys. So Framastrian and Donar, well, and
Stefan.
yeah.
What? Oh yeah. It was $9 from everybody.
No, you're half elf. So you don't get the weird trance thing.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
It's on account of that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
thank you.
yeah, that'll you'll have the benefits of a short rest. Unfortunately, not a long rest, as you were interrupted.
If we continue on, is what we're saying.
We're near
If
our
you decide
time
to,
too.
yeah,
So.
if you decide to move on from there, yeah.
Hmm. So then what's the consensus here?
What was our plan to wait for Draxidian?
Correct.
Well,
Or was our plan to initiate this and then wait for them to assist us later?
it was to go in, and then if we needed to, Raxidian can assault from the front. We also have the kobolds with the catapults to cause a distraction if need be. Our plan was to get into the keep as quickly as possible and clear that out.
Okay, so we can act now, is what my
Possibly.
thinking is.
It depends on what they know,
And is there any?
but we could get a lot more information if we talk to him if he wakes up.
Do you have any suggestions for maybe pulling him from his shop, or should I give him something? I don't have a lot of supplies.
There were these things that if you smelled, even if you're sleeping, it would just jolt you awake. I don't know what they're called though.
Stars?
They used to be like orangey and smaller.
It'd be a shame if we had somebody who practiced in the healing arts.
What do you want me to do?
Are we gonna wake him up and ask him questions, or should we just kill him now?
I think we should see what's in the keep. If he doesn't know what's in the keep, then we have our answer.
Well, cleric, how do you wake him up?
Gently. I will look over him,
Mhm.
see if he's still alive.
He is still alive, as was confirmed by Stefan. He is still breathing, although he does appear to be in some amount of shock, given the death of his entire patrol, the several burns that he's received, and the other wounds that he received while running away.
That's fair.
I will wet some cloth and start to wrap his burn wounds.
Okay. He kind of twitches a little bit in his unconsciousness as the cloth touches the burn wounds, as it is still uncomfortable.
When I get him all wrapped up, I'll splash a little bit on his face
Okay.
and say, "Hey there, bud. We've got a few questions for you."
I'm going to be paying attention to our surroundings,
Okay.
seeing that we've already been caught off guard once.
Right. Okay. Yeah, he
That's good.
with the administrations and kind of tending to some of his wounds and stuff. It's been a few minutes at this point. You do manage to kind of wake him up from his stupor a bit.
Okay.
Stefan, go ahead and give me a perception check as you keep an eye out for more cultists or whatever is coming your way.
15.
I guess so.
15, okay. So with a 15, you do not see any more activity coming your direction from the keep, as far as you can kind of see through the trees and everything. However, you have noticed, this is something that's been kind of weighing on your mind a little bit for the past few days, but is becoming more apparent in the early morning. Especially this morning, there is kind of a veil of darkness that is covering the face of the moon,
Covering the face of the moon.
and it's the stars seem dimmer through it.
Does this ring a bell with anything that I would have read in my years of study?
You can go ahead and give me a history check.
That's a 23.
23 with that. You,
Efficient history.
through some of your studies in the great library of Illiman and other things you've ran across in the Grand Library of Alendril and a few passages within the Encyclopedia Apocrypha, there are various entities of great evil that will use magical effects like this to shield some of their minions from the effects of the light. Right? There are many undead and evil type creatures that do suffer some sort of ill effects from sunlight.
Okay. So, you came with me? I'm going to fill you in on that. I'm going to look down, Tink.
Give me an intelligence check.
Intelligence.
Yes, as you kind of because you've been quietly kind of observing this for a few days, but it's becoming more of an issue at this point.
21.
Okay.
Nice.
So based on your time in Alendril over the past few days and kind of traveling, the darkness, the epicenter of it, you are fairly certain is the Obsidian Citadel.
It has been getting progressively stronger.
Yeah. So it's kind of radiating out from the Obsidian Citadel. Kind of a slow creeping darkness.
Okay. So I'll look down, Tink. The fear, the power of the Obsidian Citadel is growing stronger.
What kind of power do you think it has?
The power of the shade, the light from the moon, to obscure its forces.
Do you think it does that with the sun too?
Haven't noticed that with the sun.
The effect has been noticeably less in the daytime, but with how strong it is at this point, You're not certain that it won't get to the point where it will
Become just night.
it'll be an issue in the daytime soon.
I cannot say with certainty that it is not affecting the sun at this point.
Okay. Well, I've noticed because the sun doesn't hurt my eyes as much when I'm using my hat.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look down and I'm gonna like pat your head. You know, keep a watchful eye. I will be back.
Based on what he told me about potential creatures and stuff like that for the darkness,
Yes.
I'll do an investigation to see if I can make sense of any of the stuff. I don't know if I've seen anything like that back in kobold dens, or have heard fairy tales or anything of stuff like that. But I just want to try and grasp my mind around it, so that way if I see it, I can identify it quickly.
We're the only 2 back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll that up. We'll see. The context that you might know things will be a little different just because of kobold society and those kinds.
This is very true to my character. This was an investigation, correct?
Yes.
Oh, I got you. I haven't done the AC yet.
Oh, you haven't yet?
It's gonna be an 8.
And 8. Okay.
Okay.
You know, there are, kobold, young pup, youngling, whatever the term for young kobold is. Younglings, that's what it is. Bring in Anakin. No. No, but some of the stories that were told to you when you were a kobold pup were, one sticks out in particular in relation to this, and that is, this hasn't happened very often in kobold history as far as you can determine, but every once in a while there are kobolds that are selected by certain entities of the night to become vampiric kobolds. And so from some of those stories you kind of know that those kobolds generally like light even less than normal kobolds.
Daywalker.
I'm a daywalker, but they can't walk in night. They're a night walker. Probably red light walkers.
Yeah, so I'll tell you to keep a watchful eye. Because things are moving out there that we cannot see. And then I'm gonna return really quickly back to the group.
Okay. I'll just keep watch.
Focus Esther Tink activated.
Sports mode.
Sports, yeah. Alright, so Tink, you are keeping an eye out for whatever happens to be creeping through the darkness.
Ookies bookies.
Yeah, exactly. Donar, what do you doing?
I will. So the dude's awake.
Yes, he has been wakened by Framastrian. He's still pretty out of it. He's kind of coming to, getting his bearings. He kind of grabs at his leg as he regains more of his consciousness. Like, ah!
I'll pull a hand axe out, put it to his throat, and say, "We brought you back from the brink. Don't make us put the shoe back there. We have questions."
I saw what you did to the rest of my look. What do you want?
As much information about the stronghold as you know. How many forces? do you have?
There's. He starts kind of counting on his fingers. There's an inside, and there's minus Fred, and there's about 45 cult members, give or take.
Who's running the show?
And so he starts, you can see he's kind of panicking because he's kind of dealing with fearing for his life, but also there is a very real fear of whoever's in charge.
Can I intimidate?
You can easily try, yeah, absolutely.
Up. Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Roll his at disadvantage because he just
I'll finish this.
kind of woke up. Okay. So your intimidation is going to fade.
Whoa.
Whatever he's afraid of within the cult is more scary to him than you are. Even though he just saw you guys just wipe out the rest of the patrol, there's something more. There's a more primal fear that he has, even with an axe to his throat. So he's kind of stirring and panicking, but like. You know,
Do you have questions to ask him from Australia?
Well, he doesn't really seem to be in the talking mood much. What's your end game? What are you guys doing? What are you after?
I mean, we serve the worm that walks.
Why?
Well, it seemed like a good idea at the time.
What do you get out of it? What has he promised you?
I mean, potentially, eternal life. That seemed like a pretty good deal to me. What was offered?
What was your mission at Redmayne?
We were directed to capture it from the small force that was there, and then to hold it as a strategic position for something that the higher ups were planning. I'm a relatively new initiate, so I haven't been involved in a lot of the mysteries and things like that.
It's the same thing we were given.
So I walk up during like the exchanges,
All
right?
Yeah.
Do I believe anything that he's saying?
You can go ahead and give me an insight check.
Yeah.
I mean, he's literally us. Oh, no, dude.
12.
12. He's definitely. He is being truthful about his position in the cult, and that he hasn't been. Some of the deeper mysteries of this particular organization haven't been revealed to him. He is definitely being cagey about some things. There's definitely things he knows that he doesn't want to tell.
Yeah, like where I picked up that you didn't want to tell him who was like in charge.
Yeah.
Alright.
Where's
He hurt the worst?
It'd probably be his leg, where he was being gnawed on by the rot grub and the torch wounds. Yeah. Because he got a couple. He's got a couple dagger, like a spot in his shoulder where there's a dagger wound. But yeah.
So
that or his leg.
You guys see Mage Hand cast? And that grabs his leg. Okay. This is a side that you haven't seen, like of Stefan. Like he's impatient at this moment, especially with what he just saw.
Okay.
And he's like, "Tell me, or I'll make it hurt more."
Go ahead and give me an intimidation check.
That's not like...
I will give you advantage on this because of the amount of pain you are causing him.
Okay, advantage.
Got one better.
That's a hard 5.
A hard 5.
Oh.
Luckily for you, because of his state, he had disadvantage, so he got a 4.
Hey, it was one better.
So that
you hear my voice like kind of break too. Tell me more.
Tell me more.
So between the dragon man holding an axe to his throat, his leg, he's already in a lot of pain with the dagger wounds, and just the inside of his leg, the muscle tissue being eaten by and everything. And so grabbing onto that where there's a burn and that kind of tunnel in there, he's just it breaks him. He's still he's still recovering. So he kind of starts babbling and talking about you hear the name Kios, which you guys have heard before, which is the proper worm that walks, the kind of the entity that this cult is in league with, who they kind of worship or trying to bring back as far as you understand. And he also mentions, he starts mentioning something about a ritual that they are supposed to be performing, and a sacrifice. And as he this kind of starts babbling, you see kind of under his hood's kind of fallen back as he's fallen over and everything. And there's a symbol in the center of his forehead that is kind of drawn in red ink. It is the symbol of the worm that walks. That starts to burn into his forehead as he starts revealing some of these things. And these black lines of char and almost like lightning streaks. And you see he just starts screaming in immense pain as the symbol just starts burning through his forehead.
I'll put him out of his misery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, point my finger down at him.
Okay.
Cast firebolt.
Okay. Yeah. So as he's you can see it's almost like all of his nerves are on fire, and so you just his body kind of twitches as the symbol finishes kind of burning through the bone of his forehead, and then he goes completely limp.
And I'll look at the both of you and like, we don't have much time. We need to go. Okay, and then I'll
Give me a perception check.
and then I'll fill both of them in about my observation of the moon being obscured, and the light obscuring movement of forces that we can't
It's going to
see,
be a
and
19.
it's coming from
19,
the
okay.
obsidian citadel.
So
it's
you
getting
see
stronger.
from
You mentioned the piece about the creatures.
You actually hear some
Yeah.
movement
Okay,
from
that's
the
important for
south.
me.
Okay.
From the
Good.
direction of Alendro.
We can tell that, like,
kind
I'm
of look around and you
visibly,
see
Trying to
going from
I got
tree
you.
to
Okay.
tree.
especially with the word
That's
or dimension of a
very
ritual.
short
and
rest,
sacrifice.
right?
Yeah.
Rather
Right.
quickly, but there's just enough sound where you're able to pick it up by the stillness of
These
the
two minimum.
and there's a cloaked
That's good.
humanoid figure
Yeah,
roughly
that'll do it.
average size coming towards your cape.
Okay. I'm immediately gonna bolt into the wagon. There's a thingy coming. It's a thingy. It's about a human size, but it's jumping through trees.
Jumping through trees.
Whoa.
It's the Ugizia.
Okay.
We need to go.
And what
An
direction?
Ugiza.
Now, but what direction?
South.
Ugiza.
An Ugiza.
Should we go deal with that, or
We should go deal with that. But we need to leave, or the people here are gonna die, and everyone's gonna die, and they're gonna eat our cattle.
That's not
yeah? I try to look into the trees to see if I see anything.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check.
You had said short rest, correct? I used 2 hit die.
That is 21.
Okay. So as you're kind of looking through the trees in the direction Tink kind of panically was pointing out, you guys did not start a fire, correct?
No.
No.
Right. You still have light cast on your rock.
Yes, I never
Yes.
put it out.
Okay.
It's a 30
So
minute thing,
into
I think,
the
or 10
kind of
something.
circle of
Hour.
light out of the trees steps a figure, a cloaked figure. Underneath the cloak, you can see some very heavy armor with a full helm, and they're kind of carrying a strange cleaver-like instrument on their back, and they hold up a hand as they step in. Hold.
I pushed Donor in front of me.
I waddle in front of him.
State your
I
business
step in front of Donor.
from behind. From behind
From
Donor.
behind Jonah. I am one of the King's Watchers, and I bring news.
Oh,
It was the first time we've ever seen a King's Watcher.
Yeah.
it's not an Ugiza.
Is this the first time you've seen one? This is not the first time you've heard them mentioned.
Okay.
Oh.
The Watchers were mentioned in your initiation
Yeah.
as
Oh.
they're a small guard of 13 members that are responsible for basically maintaining the Elendril's a thin spot between worlds, right?
Yeah.
So they are responsible for maintaining that and for dealing with any incursions or portals or things that slip between worlds.
Whoa.
That is their job.
Dang.
Okay.
They act as basically they're the boundary wardens for the planar boundaries.
Bouncers.
Nice.
Okay.
So yeah, they're known as the King's Watchers, the Boundary Wardens. They've got several different names, but you've never actually met one. But yeah, so you're clad in this heavy armor and got kind of this gray-green cloak that blends in with the forest.
What information do you have?
I bring you news from one of the other watchers who made his way through there. This redoubt holds a couple of prisoners, potential allies that you may be interested in. There was a small contingent of the purifiers that made their way through here some weeks ago. We were trying to track their whereabouts, but we have information that at least 2 of their number were caught and have been captured. We're not sure what the cultists are doing to them, but at the present time, we don't have the resources to mount a rescue.
Before this cultist met his untimely end, he said that their mission was to take the holdout or the redoubt and to perform a ritual which required a sacrifice.
Then if the members of the purifiers remain, I don't doubt that they are wrapped up in that somehow.
Now the purifier is good about it.
Go ahead and give me a history check. Unless you're asking him that directly.
Are the purifiers good or bad?
16.
16. The purifiers are a kind of a small band of knights, paladins, cavaliers, things like that. They're kind of from the northeast part of the continent, not too far away from Illiman, is kind of where they're based. Their purpose is to root out and purify undead.
Okay.
That is their whole deal. Yeah. So they're
Heck yeah.
Lightbringer.
I guess, yeah.
That's
So
about
yeah,
this.
you would have seen, you might have run into them in Illiman. It wouldn't be uncommon for them to stop there on one of their journeys. Generally, they're very heavily armored, standards with various gods and things like that, and all of them wear these large helmets, kind of reminiscent of a plague doctor's mask.
Okay.
So you come all this way to tell us, but you're not here to help us.
I have more pressing matters to attend to. This is
seems
your
pressing.
It's pressing for you.
What if we fail and they do the ritual?
Well, then you'll have to deal with it or whatever comes out of that ritual.
What if we die?
And it's your problem.
That may be. However, this is your mission. I was merely directed to give you this information, and then I have other duties to which I must attend that are far more pressing. The veil becomes even thinner.
Yeah, it never resonates with me. I think it's.
You want to switch?
I think it's time for us to go.
Let's head out.
Let's do this.
Does everybody have everything they need?
I'm ready.
Do the kobolds know when to fire the catapult?
They have coins.
Did they?
They have coins. We
Okay.
set up stuff.
Who's got coins?
The kobolds.
Okay, the Colts. Okay. I'm gonna hand him a coin.
Ooh.
He is already gone.
Fuck.
He Batman.
Did we not even notice that?
You guys kind of
we started to
you
talk?
guys turned
Damn
to
it.
talk to each other, and he Batmaned you.
Shit. I thought I had too late. I'll mark
That's
Colts.
impressive.
So.
You
That
guys,
is
if you wish, you can attempt to give me a perception check to see if you can figure out where he went.
Oh hell yeah! I'll track his ass.
Definitely can't.
There you go.
He's like standing in the corner of
He's just like underneath the cars.
That's what I'm cooking. I'm cooking.
It's like
good.
Batman
Channel
behind
some
the
Milo.
curtain.
That's good right there.
20.
I'm here.
21.
21. You do not know where he went.
Ah, yeah. Milo would know. He
Milo
would know.
might.
24.
24.
Oh!
That still does not need
Wow!
Everyone's going
The
All right.
Watchers
Wow.
are very, very good at what they do.
Yeah, the Watchers and the Hiders, apparently. Jeez.
Okay. Yeah, if everything's set, I think it's time for me to lead the group to
Do it.
I'm gonna check the pockets.
entry point.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna check the pockets for the rest of the guys before we leave.
You can check what?
The pockets.
Oh,
for the rest
the rest of the cultists. Yeah.
before we leave.
Gotcha. Are you gathering up any other? You had mentioned something about disguises or something.
I
you
think
guys-
it's time for disguises currently.
Okay.
Yeah, at this point I think it's.
You guys are just going. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Autobots,
Give me
let's
a
roll
quick
out.
investigation check. So we kind of like Stefan's taking off and Tink's like patting down the bodies.
Literally.
Guy's quick.
19.
19. Okay, yeah. With that, on like, for the cultists, you find coin purses, altogether call it 45 silver, and you do manage to procure 3 cultist daggers and a scimitar that aren't broken.
Nice. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Alright. I'm gonna lead them to where I remember what was it, the waterway or
The culvert. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me do some drawing.
Yeah, as we're like walking, like I'm like talking to you, telling you how like my observations of the moon and the light and it coming from the obsidian citadel, like it's progressively getting stronger within the days. It doesn't seem like we need to do something.
Yeah, it's quite wearisome.
And I apologize to you for like my actions. I never step out of line like that, but we don't have the time to mess
Right?
around.
Yeah, you're all right. Yeah.
Stefan, give me an arcana.
Why is Stefan apologizing?
I don't know.
Maybe because he hurt that man in ways I hadn't seen him do before.
That's a 13.
13.
Oh, he grabbed
As you're talking to Framastrian, kind of reflecting on what you've
the
seen,
wounds you
you
caused.
think it might be possible that
information.
whatever
I thought that was the
spell
idea.
But
is
his hands still look
holding
dirty.
He used to
this
use the fake one.
region in its kind of separated time might be weakening as the Citadel is exerting more of its influence.
Then I relay that to you too.
Think it was tied into Framastrian.
Could be.
I mean, something happened then.
Well, we left without stopping.
Yeah, so my assumption is whatever happened there is this is the result.
Well, from what we gathered, the little that we did, it did say that if the king or who rests there
Right, yeah.
was awakened, that calamity followed.
Yeah, this could be it.
So
All the more important to stop whatever's happening here.
I agree.
What are we heading? Where's our in?
So I'm gonna lead into the what was it?
The culvert.
Yeah.
Totally well.
Are we all ready?
Yes.
Okay,
As much as possible.
we will. Where'd you go?
Rock you.
And for the purposes of this, these are going to be 10-foot squares.
10-foot.
10-foot squares. Need smaller
Don't worry.
minis.
Donor can move like 70 of those.
Right. So there.
And obviously, I'm gonna lead the group through like the most obscure like path that I would believe if there were any like scouts or archers or anything, sentries, wouldn't catch us.
Yeah. Go ahead and everybody give me a stealth check.
That's what I just read.
Oh no! I'm not good at that. Oh!
Me neither. That's a 9.
Okay.
That's a fucking 17 for me.
Yo, dude.
You get sneak attack.
Framastrian,
5.
did you roll a disadvantage?
I did.
Okay. Good man.
It didn't matter. The first one was a 5.
And Tink?
Advantage those. 22.
Okay.
Damn.
2, 5,
Dos y
17, and a 9.
53 total. That's pretty good.
We're hidden.
For the most part, some of Tink and Donar's movements are kind of masking some of the noise and
stabbing on branches and things like that.
I'm still just carrying the lightstone, just walking with it. Like.
Yeah, Dodo sees the lightstone and like puts it under, hides it or chucks it somewhere. Okay, yeah. So you, with the efforts of the group, you do feel like you haven't been spotted. You haven't heard an alarm sound or anything of that nature. So.
So when we get to the location, what do I see?
So you see there's the outer wall of the redoubt. It's about 30 feet high. It's got some crenellation on there. And in front of you is the culvert. It's got a series of bars on it. It is about 3 feet high, 4 feet wide. And there's kind of a stream of water coming out of there. In the dark, it's kind of hard to see if it's clean water or gnarly water.
With the lightstone over.
With the lightstone over it, it's kind of disgusting.
What's the distance between the bars?
There's about 4 inches between each of the bars. 4 inches.
I don't think I can squeeze through that.
How bendy are the bars? I can't, like, I'm
I
like
will,
weak
I
as
will
hell, so.
try and bend the bars.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Motherfucker.
I encourage you.
What's securing the bars?
I believe in you.
They
big man.
appear to be set into the stone, so like little holes were bored out, and they were set.
15.
The bars were set in, and then the wall was finished over.
15.
15. Let's see. You do actually, you kind of grab onto a couple of the bars and you do manage to bend them. They don't bend quite enough for you to like stick your head through. It'll still be some work, but because of their constant contact with water, exposure to the elements, they have kind of weakened over time. And so you do feel...
So I can't get my head in there. Is it possible for me to get my shoulder blade and have a wrist here on one bar and my back against the other, or not even close?
Yeah, you got it enough where you
I'll
can do
squeeze
that.
in there and then just start using my back and my forearms.
Okay, yeah, you're getting some leverage on that. Okay, go ahead and give me another...
It's the exact same.
Okay, yeah. So with that, you have a little better angle on it, and you do manage to kind of push the bar that you've got your hand on until it's touching another one of the bars. And you feel the one you're kind of bracing against also kind of feeling kind of get there. You still think, because that's about, yeah, it would still be difficult for you to get much more than your head through there. Your shoulders or getting Framastrian in there would be kind of hard. But you do think Tink might have a chance.
That's
It'd be pretty
literally what I
easy
was
for
gonna
his...
say.
Would you give me one more hand on one final push on this?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
I will.
Okay.
My hand will be. I will inspect the weak point of the thing.
Okay.
Hopefully, using my blacksmithery
You
of
can
metals
definitely
and
use
things,
blacksmithery
and kind
to...
of direct them where to push.
You
and
can
what to-
definitely do that. Yeah, go ahead and...
And you can have my crowbar.
We'll give... We'll,
like a whole, like an
with
actual
your
crow.
because you're a dwarf and
Yeah.
you've got blacksmithing expertise,
Yeah.
we'll just give you
Crows tied together.
advantage.
into a
Okay.
ball.
Donar advantage. on
Okay,
that.
perfect. All right, you got advantage.
Please have that.
Yes, that's a good one.
I think it just keeps it from being too complicated.
19.
19, yeah, okay, yeah. So with Framastrian kind of, he gets in there, kind of looks at it, and points out a couple of spots where the bars are weaker, where there's and so you get kind of in there, you brace a foot, kind of in there, and you keep pushing, and the bar you're pushing on snaps, and you do actually manage to bend the bar behind it flush with the other bar. So with that, Tink can definitely fit through there.
I'm skinny, so.
But yeah, you don't think Stefan will have an issue. You and Framastrian, it'll be a tight squeeze, especially with armor on, but you think you can either bend it a little more, or you guys can kind of squeeze through maybe.
They lead the way, boys.
As far as the snapping on the bar, was that loud?
It was pretty loud, yeah.
I will pull out the devotee hammer
Okay.
and I will shake some of that quenching off and kind of oil myself up a bit. I'll splash a little bit on Donar there, give us a little extra.
Get oiled
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Nice frictionless surface
Perception
if I
check
can.
to see if I
and-
hear any change of the guards
Okay.
or anything like that to see, just kind of tell if we've been spotted. It's in that one.
Nat 1.
Oh,
As far as you know,
anything.
you guys hit a perfect gap in between
Yep.
between the rotations, so nobody there.
I take it.
As far as
That
the,
lightning bolt struck at the right time.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
I will peek my head through and just kind of like do a little bit forward as I just kind of feel the area and remain stealth.
okay, yeah. So yeah, you wiggle through. The other side is not barred, so you can kind of make your way through. You can kind of belly down, kind of looking around. You don't see anybody immediately running towards the culvert. So
I follow right behind him.
okay, all right.
I'll be fourth.
Stefan kind of holding himself.
You're gonna be
out,
fourth?
trying to make
I'll
himself
do
sturdy.
fourth. Yeah, because I'm allowed. So
So once we get
I'll allow
inside,
the boy.
are we within the keep proper, or are we?
You guys are within the courtyard. You have not made it to the bastion.
Correct. That's where we start the dead sprint. We tell the kobolds to
Yeah.
fire away.
Do we see an encampment of like sleeping cultists or anything?
Yeah, over to the side, kind of near where Tink had observed the kind of training area before that he had informed you guys about from his sojourn up onto the nearby peak. There are a row of tents, kind of military style, laid out in rows, and you can see from the fire kind of burning centrally, there are the shadows of sleeping cultists within the tents.
You just rain down, you follow, and then
That's it. That's it.
I mean, we take them while they sleep.
I should haste someone else.
I'm out of my element, so whatever you guys want to do, let's do it. I'm not very sneaky. I'm wanting to do it.
Do you have a
Are
skunk?
you ready to call in the minister?
Are you gonna call in the airship?
I vote for it.
I look at you. I'm trying to gauge your.
Is everyone ready?
I'm very wet or like green in this environment, so I'm really just kind of like, so I'm relying on the plan, yeah. Yeah.
So we call the kobolds and tell them to start the catapults and start hitting all of them.
Okay.
Going
all
through
right.
and just doing random intervals between the releases of the boulders.
Okay, so as you kind of communicate with that, you kind of turn around to shield the, as the coin starts spinning and pops up the kind of orb-like image that comes with the communication, you kind of shield that in the culvert, because it would be fairly bright at this time of day. And shortly after communicating with, what's his dick?
Excuse me.
Sorry.
I don't know, I haven't met it.
Redick is the...
Oh, that's his dick. Read it.
Yeah, the red kobold with the three-hander. The one who wants to
Proportionate
be-
size.
The one,
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
There's chronicles
Not
about him, right?
Yes.
That's yeah.
the one who wants to be the king of the kobolds.
3 X's on his freaking neck.
After communicating with him, you hear like, off in the distance over by the catapults, like small kobold war cries, and then the humming of. You did this with wasp nest, some of them, didn't you?
Mostly boulders now.
Mostly boulder. Okay, so you hear
I'm
the.
going to try to time the moment the boulder hits with a fireball,
Okay.
like right on top of the encampment.
Okay, gotcha. So you hear kind of the boulder was. So, yeah, send out that.
Yeah.
These guys are gonna have disadvantage on dexterity checks. They're asleep. Oh dear. What's your? Oh gosh, that's a fail.
What are the D6s?
It's 15.
50, yeah, they definitely fail with disadvantage on that. Okay, so you're gonna make a dexterity saving throw when you're dead asleep.
You're gonna partake.
I'm gonna hold off a second.
And I'm going to prepare an action.
So I'm assuming you kind of center it the best you can to hit as many tents as well. Okay.
Yeah.
And pick up the bar that broke
I'm
off.
thinking you're gonna do it.
Wedge it back in place.
Okay, alright.
That's
And
2,
I'll
4,
have
You
my-
can definitely get it where it kind of sits there, but it's kind of like slowly spinning. Is it kind of? There's only like one part that
It's actually attached.
yeah, because it kind of broke off at an angle, so it's like a small point, and it's kind of.
That works. As long as it's not completely off.
Nice even number.
30, right? That's 30.
And once the fireball lands, I will release Misty.
Okay.
Missed.
All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah, as the boulder kind of impacts part of the wall, the fireball shoots a little red jet of energy, and then blooms into a large explosion right in the center of the camp. You see tents just catching fire. There's screaming cultists running around as they try to get out of their flaming bedrolls. Yeah. So,
We need to go now.
I'll start charging into the.
tents just collapsing on people and burning, and yeah, it's instant chaos.
Yeah. I'm double dashing to the keep.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah, I was just gonna follow.
Okay.
I will follow the follow.
Go.
I got 5
see.
squares.
As you do, as you're double dashing. Okay, some of the guards are being alerted by the boulder and the fireball are going to kind of take notice of what's going on. So, Tink, you have a couple of crossbow shots coming your way.
Yo.
Does that just knock everything over?
These crossbow bolts were effective.
They are super, yeah. Who knew that a paper towel was the most powerful thing in D&D?
Besides a cat.
Besides that, yeah.
That's really the Tarask.
Yeah, right.
Like, who are we kidding?
Cat doesn't ask. There you go. You check
No.
That was an old one.
All right. So, just
This time, it's time to get funky. Everybody clap your hands.
back here.
Just can't stay up tonight, man.
There's a medical term for that.
Medical
And
term.
pills.
Medical term for everything, man.
What is the medical term for everything?
Hmm.
I know the legal term. At all.
Oh. What do you
It's legal.
what do you call a priest that is also an attorney?
Mm.
A father-in-law.
My very fancy, very, very great.
Artistic.
All right, yeah. So you guys, the crossbow bolts will go near. You'll be with double dashing. You'll end up about halfway to the bastion. So
Go right to bastion.
pull those up.
Guilty. Husband.
I'm way back there. I'm behind you for
15,
sure.
50. Okay, those are both going to be misses as you're
Two
just,
squares
you're just
back.
booking it towards it. You hear them kind of thudding into the ground right next to you. And then
Guess I would be the
Donna, are
odd
you
one out.
also dashing?
Kill the short one.
You're also double dashing? Okay. You will also be within vision right away. And what's your okay? So one of them just narrowly misses your kind of glances right by the beak of your helmet, and then you feel another one impact your shoulder, but it kind of glances off the scales and just kind of tumbles away.
Don't mind me.
But if it's not obvious, I did rage flame the second we started running.
But I assumed if you were going, if you got to go fast, you were making.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go fast. I'm going fast.
Oh, he's rage running.
He's
Oh,
The raging Cajun.
And, you know, it just if Donar's got to go anywhere, he's mad about it.
Oh,
So.
absolutely.
All right. All right. So yeah, flaming cultists and things like that. And you do hear as you get to the door, because you will definitely be the first one who gets to the door. There is definitely activity inside. There's forces being mustered with the repeated impacts coming from the catapults now.
I will try the door.
Okay. The door is locked.
The door is locked.
Yes.
Where were the
Unfortunate.
crossbow bolts coming from?
They were coming from this area of the wall.
Okay.
So kind of a patrol that was headed your direction. That was actually, in fact, alerted by the sound of the bar snapping. So they were kind of already on guard. They saw a couple figures running away from the culvert. You know, fireball. They just started firing. So.
Okay.
Are there open windows?
Open windows. On the bastion, not on the first floor.
I will.
Yeah, this is a very definitely built for fortification. There are small like arrow slit like windows on the second floor, but those are specifically designed not to be gone through.
Is the door wood?
Yes.
Is the door handle wood?
Yeah. Yeah.
I chop it.
You okay? All right.
I chop it.
You chop it. Okay. Go ahead and give me a attack roll against the door.
It's an at one, so it's a 7.
I can just tell from your face.
Yeah, you wind up with Brunhilde, and you come back and it just kind of gets stuck at the door for a second. You don't quite give yourself enough room for a good swing, so it kind of.
So I see this
Oh
as
wait,
a...
hold on. Oh no, this is just an attack roll. Yeah, so rage wouldn't help you here, except for extra damage.
I see him struggling.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast knock on the door.
Okay. So you cast knock on the door, and then you hear from behind as it kind of as the mechanism behind unlocks and drops the crossbar.
So you feel like you did it.
Does the door take
I call it boys!
Yes, as the door swings open, Brunhilde is still
continues
like
through?
So you feel like you did it.
Yeah. Well, Brunhilde's stuck in the door.
Like you don't
when
see
it
me
opens,
because you're
Brunhilde
enraged.
goes with it.
Oh,
And I'm just going to look at you and like...
so if the door's opening as that?
Yeah. So the crossbar behind it kind of goes up, and the doors kind of swing. Yeah.
What do I see?
Inside you see the large front hall of the bastion, and you see there's about 15 cultists in various states of like undressed, like grabbing weapons. You know, they're like rubbing sleep out of their eyes.
In what I can perceive is 15 feet from me.
Yes.
Is there anything within 15 feet of me?
No. Just the crossbar for the door. Damn. Like they're mustering to come outside, but they're not like right up against the door yet. Because the fireball and everything just happened.
So
These guys are like, there's panic. You know, they're trying to pull out their robes. Some guy's trying to find his sword. You know, it's a mess.
It's going to be a mess.
There's a couple of them like
It's
trading
gonna be
spell
a
books
mess.
because they grabbed the wrong grimoire. You know.
I'm gonna take
It's fireball.
obviously this is happening quickly, but I'm gonna take a deep breath and I'm gonna pull out the Hill Giant potion. Yeah.
Hey!
Swing it.
So I was hoping he would do.
Awesome. So as you do that, you get hit by
A wave of empathy.
Yeah.
4 magic missiles for
Oh.
for 12 damage.
It's a good magic missile.
Yep. And that is force damage. So.
Yeah, it's straight damage, yeah. No cutting in that in half. So
a
how does
little
that
bit of a
work
relief.
again? Just puts me to 20, right? 20 strength?
I thought it was 24.
24 strength?
Hill Giant.
I thought it was 20.
I thought it-
Let me double check what Hill Giant is. I don't remember right off the top.
Don't tell me it's 24. Please. Say it.
It's 5. No,
It's 5.
it's a hill giant is 21.
21.
There it is.
There is actually none of the giant potions that you did 24.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is
Frost
it the-
and Stone is 23, and then Fire's 25.
I'd be thinking of the belt.
Maybe,
Yeah.
or the gauntlets, the ogre power combination
that.
or something like that. I don't remember.
Overpower's 19.
Okay.
So ogre power with 8 knock.
Of course.
Okay.
Alright.
Are we like still
I think it's go time.
like running?
Hey, you guys are still. Yeah.
Are we like free actioning it? Or?
For the moment, yes, that everything is chaos right
I'm
now.
dashing.
So
If
the only thing really engaging you guys right now is the guards up who are frantically trying to reload. There's a boulder that hits near the wall. It's just, so a couple of them are like ducking for cover.
Yeah.
It's
The moment I get within 30 feet of donor, haste.
Haste. Okay, so you run it up. Donar's as Donar's like chugging the potion, he like you feel the hill giant kind of taking over, and then you also kind of feel the haste spell take hold.
Jesus Christ.
So you're just infused with all of this
+2 to
energy.
your AC.
+2 to my AC.
Yeah.
This is the most powerful Donar's ever felt within the last 5 days.
So +2 to my AC, I can.
Your speed is doubled. Right? You have advantage on dexterity saving throws, and you gain an additional action for on each of its turn.
An additional action?
Yeah, the action can be used only to take the attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use object.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So essentially, you did 3 attacks a turn
I will get. How close can I get to something?
now.
Where are they at?
You do have more movement speed now, right?
Where they at?
Remember that.
We zoom in now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, is so I can go 8 spaces. 1,
You only
2,
move
3,
three
4,
to do
5,
that.
6, 7.
Yeah.
I'm moving as
We are
close as I
going
can.
to-
So.
So you'd be
Expand
you'd
the
be
size.
there.
Yeah, we're gonna zoom in.
I almost forgot these are 10s.
Yeah, I'm here with the dash.
Because I neglected to take into account that you are Sanic, so especially with
Give me the
haste.
coins!
You're about to lose all your coins.
I'm about to lose on the coins.
Start chugging the Chaos Emeralds. Bam, 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 bam. So, for the purposes of this, we're just watching him move. He's floating. What was that? What was that? It's got 3 guys just. Jim, fly!
Call that you donor. Call.
Oh yeah.
Crawl on the floor.
You just hear, yeah! He's gone, guys! The condor is taking flight! Oh, the albatrosities. Unleash the Eagle Scout. You ready to earn a merit badge?
For death.
You know, most barbarian tribes, they like hunt. His barbarian tribe, they run.
They outrun, man.
It's off!
It is all legs. You know, it's tree trunks down there. Yeah.
Or as you finish drinking your potion of giant strength.
They carry logs and they just run.
All that stuff.
Firemen carry it. They're just like
21.
21. Okay.
Hey.
they had fast
So,
animals up the hills.
yeah.
They had to get them.
In addition to
I'm
the
sad.
cultists that you
No.
kind of expected, there are several strange forms of undead that you are not familiar with.
Strange forms of undead.
There's CR1 happening out there. Let's grab the hedge.
May the power of Christ compel me. Buck.
I thought we were dealing with worms, not undead.
Undead worms.
Oh.
They're in the walls.
They're in the walls.
Oh my god, damn walls.
Just like mummies. Just like undead. Just like. Yeah. Oh, this is looking fun. There's one cultist with a gong over here.
He's off.
He's a bard.
Just making sure I don't confuse nothing.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. I would literally die if they were called the cult of the limb spears. I'd be like, no.
Oh, motherfuckers.
It's a lot,
You
yeah.
should see their biscuits.
We'll just
Dude,
45 is a lot of people, so.
Well,
It's
I mean,
45
I
divided by
mean,
4.
Albert did manage to take out a 20
11 and a
fireball,
half.
so-
11 and a quarter.
Stefan.
Stefan, yeah.
If it was Albert,
It
it would have been the
was
whole camp.
4D5
That's true.
people, so it's up to 20.
You know what it was? I just found Albert's mini in my
Oh, did you?
cabinet, so it was on the brain.
I'm just on the peak watching down.
Just standing there,
Coach
the wind's
just-
all.
Okay.
Yeah,
So kind of as the cultists are moving forward, rising up out of the ground, as some of them are kind of gotten hold of their grimoires and are starting to summon things.
Oh,
Huh.
Out
There
of the stone ground?
What?
Out of the stone ground?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Out
Those
of- out of-
finger strength.
Out of
Yeah,
the,
me too,
the
yeah.
dust and stone and refuse. Some of them kind of breaking through the cobbled stone floor. The corpses of long dead soldiers begin to pull themselves up.
Is that the half-inch punch challenge?
oh yeah. Kill Bill. She gets buried.
Yeah.
That's a lot more than 15.
Captain Yamada
Well,
is
as
south,
you
yeah.
finish doing this, these are coming up.
Where's this guy?
So you saw 15 cultists, right?
Fuck.
There we go.
Just let me in. Let me in.
So these kind of finish materializing as this is happening.
5 foot squares now?
Yes.
Okay.
And for now,
Ding dong.
Turn around. Ding dong.
Did somebody order a pizza?
I turn around and run.
you turn around and run. Okay.
Just kidding.
I turn around and run backwards into the fight. Yeah. It's a lot of action coming.
So
It's quite a bit of
you know what,
action.
Donart, go ahead and give me an initiative roll.
Hi.
I just got guided.
You get. Is it +2 or no? Is initiative dex?
It's
Yes.
dex based.
Hmm.
Is it dex checks or dex saves?
Saves, I guess.
It's an 8.
An initiative save.
8. Okay. And you know what, the rest of you guys, why don't you go ahead and roll me initiative?
Okay.
We'll roll you in.
It's fitting. Yeah.
There we
Yeah. Okay.
are. Okay. 25 to 20. Nope. 20 to 15.
16.
16.
At least one of us.
Oh, cool, you're already there. 15 to 10. Ouch. 10 to 5.
7.
8.
Okay.
So they had disadvantage because they had to punch through stone, right?
Of course, yeah.
Framastrian. 1. Ouch. Okay.
Is it because you couldn't go negative or
No, I
Okay.
one.
So it's going to go
3 nat ones?
I'm
Tink,
I'm
the
raw on the
cultist,
decks.
Stefan, the undead, then Donar from Austria.
You said 8, yeah.
If anyone goes after
so
me, I'll
Tink,
be
you are
confused.
up.
Donor's in front of me. I was 7, he's
I'm going
8.
to 5, see all of them, and I'm going to.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll go Tink, cultists, Donar,
undead Stefan Framastrian.
Okay.
Okay.
I got you guys switch, sorry.
Bugger.
So I'm gonna peek out. I'm going to see all the faces staring at me,
Yes.
and I'm going to toss Yoke, which is the other skunk.
Okay.
Yoke?
Yeah, Yoke and Misty.
Yes.
And so Misty's just kind of wandering around near the fires. How well trained is Misty?
With fires going on, not very.
Yeah, okay, yeah, so. Probably shortly after you released Misty, there was some skunk spray that scurrying towards the culvert, but not like your cousin Scurry.
How high up is the first slit for archers?
Because you got first floor.
Little thingies.
Yeah, you've got first floor is about 15 feet tall.
Okay.
So the next arrow slit would probably be 17 to 18 feet above the ground.
Okay. I'll go ahead and go, if there's any directly above, I'll go ahead and second story work up there and just
Okay.
take as long as I don't see an arrow knocked right there, I'm not going to poke my head up.
Okay. You
But-
do not see any arrows poking out at the moment.
Okay. I'm just going to
This is fairly close, like a few, maybe 30 seconds after the fireball happened. There's the boulders, so.
The boulder.
I will peek in to see what's happening on the second floor.
On the second floor? Okay. You see a few cultists running past, heading for the stairs. They've been kind of mustered towards the floor. So you can hear kind of bits of conversation. What's happening? We're under attack. Something about the ritual. Protect the sacrifice. That just kind of real quick bits of information that you're gathering.
Okay. And approximately how many?
That you see kind of going past you. That you see, there's you see 5 going past you, but you hear more voices than that.
Okay.
Because they're kind of echoing and bouncing off the stone. Because the bastion is not very fancy. There's not a lot of rugs or anything like that, and so there's a lot of echoing from the stone.
About how large of a gap is the slit there?
For an arrow slit, say it's about 6 inches wide.
Okay. Gotcha.
Probably a foot tall.
And I will go down 5.
It's kind of it does kind of go out in a triangle out from where you are, so you can kind of aim through there. But
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll go down another 5, and then I will attempt to hide.
okay,
Just hug up against the wall.
okay.
It's a 17.
Spider-Man. You feel like the people inside don't know you're there. The people on the wall, you're less sure about.
Mm-hmm.
What color cobalt are you?
Brown cloak.
Brown cloak. I meant your scales.
I just cloak.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm covered.
Okay. All right.
We don't see color anyways.
We don't see color. I mean, if he's a bright red kobold on the side of a wall.
True.
In the middle of the night, 50 Shades of Grey. Just saying.
I mean, there's the old fire from the fireball.
Mm.
There's a lot of fire right now. But yeah, from the people inside at least, you feel like they have no idea you're there.
Sounds good.
All right, that will go to the cultists.
Yes.
Who are these 4 in the center are going to kind of form up and start casting a magic circle.
The Star of David.
Oh
We're doomed!
Why do we set them on fire?
Anyway,
I immediately went to chemical warfare. I didn't know they were Jews.
Oh
I'm just
my
saying.
God.
Oh my gosh, no. Why are you
just
concentrating
wrong on
right
so
now?
many levels.
This is the camp. You can't. It's terrible.
Look, I didn't want to put that much detail in a magic circle.
No, we get it. We get it.
We
We understand.
don't have that kind of time. Anyway, and a shadowy energy starts kind of coalescing in the center of the circle.
Chant fast.
I said it starts. They're doing hand signs, doing a summoning jutsu or something. So these guys are going to swoof back and start directing, commanding orders to the undead they've summoned. These two are going to fire at Donar with their crossbows. Let's see, that is 2 hits.
I do have 17 AC now.
You do have 17. Okay, that's 1 hit. Thank you for reminding me. I forgot about haste. That is 7 damage half to 4 because you are a rage man. And these guys are going to form up at the stairwell. This guy is going to come back and provide a barrier there.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
I forgot the stats on this Kyoto South again. I never wrote it down. I'm sorry.
What?
The South.
Oh, the south. Oh,
I needed the stats on that. We'll write them down.
Small deals. Big deals about.
Yeah, I did not write it down.
I kind of forgot we had that. There is the ointment.
Good saying.
Right there. Top of the page.
Thank you.
Okay, so there's that. Those guys moved. Wait. There we go.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay, and then
Organized for cultists.
yes, then those two are. Wrong book. You also have a bit of magic coming your way, Donar.
Okay.
As soon as I get to the right page. Oh, I have a bookmark.
Oh, look at
That's
that
why I
helps,
do
man.
Please. It helps a lot.
Okay, so one of them is going to clutch at the unholy symbol around their neck and the form of the symbol of the worm that walks, and reach out, kind of clawed hand towards you, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw as you are surrounded in unholy light.
Wisdom.
Yes.
Wisdom saving.
On sacred flame.
Pretty much.
I'd say 11.
11. That is a fail.
Uh-oh, stinky.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I don't play cleric, so I don't know
Was it a wisdom or a dex?
Wisdom. Great question.
Sacred flame's a dex.
Oh, is it?
He's got advantage on dex.
That is true.
That's for
Sacred flame.
traps, though. That's not for everything.
Oh, haste is not. It's just for.
No,
Haste.
Gives
Okay,
advantage.
yeah. Because we always ran into that with Al.
I only know that because I have dex right on the thing.
Gotcha.
If it is sacred flame.
Good.
You may save. You may save. We don't know.
Sacred flame.
That was funny. I was like, what are you?
My mistake. That is a dex.
So you get
Oh,
advantage.
dex save. Sweet.
Do
I roll
higher.
twice or just
Do
the,
higher.
just the one extra?
Just one extra.
Do higher.
Dexterous.
Well, so
Saving
hold on.
throw.
What was the first one?
The first one was a
Sacred flame.
10, so it would be a 12. This is an 11, so it would be a 13.
Okay, so with that, you save them.
Hey.
Yo!
Haste, haste, haste,
Sorry, I don't.
No, you're good, dude. There's a lot of spells.
Okay, yeah, you save against that. The other cleric is going to summon a spectral dagger next to him. And let's see.
think so.
20 on the movement, but
20
he,
on-
he can cast it within 60 feet of
Oh,
himself.
you can cast it with, that's right.
Yeah, within 60, and then I can move 20.
Okay, yeah. So you'll cast that right next to you.
Smacky smack.
A smoky smoke.
Of course, it makes that.
Super smoke.
They are cultists, so they can
Plus
spell cast.
2 AC.
Okay, so that's going to
He's haste
speak
now.
of points.
Dexterity.
Dexterious.
Saving throw. Save discipline.
All right, so that's going to make an attack at you. That is going to fail with 2 plus whatever. So that's not going to hit.
Good turn so far, man.
It swings at you and it just kind of
still
glances off your
I'm still alive.
off your scales. So you are good to go.
Gucci.
They moved. They're setting up. Okay, that's going to be it for the cultists. That's going to go to Donar.
Done.
Well, I should have been preparing in this amount of time. I'm gonna,
Is he gonna do something other than smack someone?
with the time that I have, since I'm so goddamn fast, I'm gonna just like rip through my satchel on my bag where I think that the salve is,
Gotcha.
like crack it open and just wipe it on my face or wherever I feel pain.
Okay, that's yeah. You could definitely do that. It is an action to use the sound.
That will be my action surge action.
Action?
Action. So
I'm
haste,
sorry,
yeah,
my-
haste,
my
haste
haste
action.
action.
Use an object.
Yeah, yeah, you
Right?
can use an
Right?
object. Yep, yep.
yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I will do that
I would
first.
do
Yeah,
I was
as
like,
long as
fire.
that fits within the parameters of the spell, we're good.
that. Yeah, yeah.
That is 2d8
He multi-class
plus 2.
just to throw us up. Right
I will get
4 actions.
That's actually-
12 health back.
Be solid.
Really? Yeah. I always forget that haste also
Yeah,
lets
okay,
you
okay.
use an item with that action, which makes it really, really good.
With
for
that action.
people like
Yeah.
What that action do?
With that action.
What that action?
Um,
All right, yeah.
Did
So
you-
you still
did you
have
go
your
thief?
normal action, bonus action,
Did you
movement.
go thief?
Bonus action?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, spicy.
That's a skunk.
He's like, I push the
Yeah.
button. Anytime I
Yeah,
want.
that's a
Anytime
yeah,
I
that's a
want.
skunk that wandered in and is panicking.
Hey, you try to push it back, man. I took all I had to push it back.
Kind of got
Just keep
thrown
pushing.
in there, and it's probably immediately gonna run away since it's surrounded by undead. Yeah, and generally nature's not cool with that. How many animals can Tink traumatize this campaign?
He's got a laundry list so far.
Yeah, there's the squirrel. That poor squirrel.
Yeah, with the dagger strapped to it.
They tell tales of the Dark Druid.
I will do 55 of my movement speed.
Okay.
I'll take the opportunity strike from this guy.
You do not take opportunity attacks from spiritual weapons.
I do not. Then I will take the one from
Yeah,
nobody.
because
I'm
that's
going
just
to
a
go
spiritual
5,
weapon.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55.
Hey, yeah.
Okay,
Good
so
math.
that would be
No, he's good.
no opportunity attacks because
Unless
you're
there's
still
a-
within range of
there's a
that.
10-foot range on somebody.
So I'm
Yeah,
going
none,
here.
That's a
none of
great-
those skeletons have.
That's a great path.
Reach.
Yeah, none of those have reach. So
Okay.
that you know.
Good schmoovin', man.
Then I will take my first attack on Summoning Circle Boy.
Okay, all right.
Ah.
I see what you're doing. Yeah. Good move for you there.
That is a oh shit, that's a 5 now. 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
Ooh.
Good hit, good
Yeah,
hit.
This one. Because these are casters, so they are less numbered. There we go. Okay. Roll it up.
$18.
18. Okay.
Wow.
18 damage.
And that was a 4.
Jeez.
Unless I'm fucking. No, I think I did that wrong.
Okay.
Give me a second. That's 10. I didn't roll my lightning.
Oh, yeah.
That's solid.
Elda's still got the lightning.
6, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
18. Okay.
Whoa.
Still 18. Right? That's what I said.
Roll
first.
Okay.
Roll again?
That's it.
Roll again.
Second attack.
Next one's going out to.
So before that goes through, from the circle.
Raptors.
Yeah, there is going to be a group cast Hellish Rebuke coming your way.
Okay.
So I need
Ouch.
to read this.
Dexterity.
Yeah. I need
Dexterous.
Yeah, I need a dex saving throw.
Okay, first roll. Second roll. That is 17.
17. Okay, so you take half damage.
Good roll, good roll.
So, because
Dexterous.
this is a group cast.
I'm
this is
going
a
to die.
cast.
How many times do you have to
So,
roll?
walk in here. What in the hell?
What?
Yeah.
So that is going
Who
to
rung
have
the
because
dinner
your
bell?
saves must be 12
That's
fire
it.
damage. It's kind of from the dark energy of the circle, the kind of shoots out a bolt of hellfire that kind of
I didn't like that it did that, so instead of me changing directions to attack, I'm going to do it to him again.
Okay, roll it up.
Hopefully it doesn't happen again. 14.
14 does not hit. It kind of you go to hit and it kind of whacks up against an initially invisible barrier. Kind of shimmers as you hit it and takes the form of this ethereal armor coating the.
Are you adding the pluses from Broomhilda?
Oh, so I've got
+4 from your strength, and then Broomhilda has pluses.
+5 now because of the strength.
So that's a +9 to your attacks.
+9. Wait, I'm
Because
confused.
Broomhilda's +5.
And your strength's 21 right now, so it's +5.
So I rolled an 8. So it should be.
18.
How's Brunhilde?
How was it?
No, I misspoke that.
Oh,
6.
I was thinking,
Oh, you're
give
saying
not give it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you did.
No.
You did it right. You did it right. Yeah,
He's
'cause
gonna
it's,
break the shit.
it's 5
out
plus
of
1.
my
Yeah,
game
so
with
it's a
a
6.
+5
You're good. Yeah,
weapon.
you're right.
Oh
I thought Broomhilda gave a +2 or something like that.
Brunhilde, because of
It merging with the
yeah,
above.
so yeah, it did get the +2. Is considered a +2 weapon now.
Yeah, so I
so it's a
I have
15.
5. Oh, so I have 5
5 strength,
plus 2
Mhm.
to my roll. So
Yeah.
7 plus 8 is
15.
15. So I was 1 off. Didn't change it.
15 does hit.
15 does hit.
Whoa.
Fuck me. Oh shit. All right,
Look
my
at
bad.
this.
And so you do add those to the damage rolls. You've been doing that as well. The +2 from Brunhilde.
Yeah, I think I need to read.
And one
from
more.
rage.
And you got rage and
Wait, rage is just damage though, no?
Rage is, yes.
yeah. It
Rage.
just I'm just.
Yeah, I've been
I'm
adding
just-
those
Okay,
ones.
gotcha.
Yeah, so you're +2 rage damage, right? Or 3 right now.
It's 2.
So
I
you're
don't think
adding
it's- I don't think it's
9 to damage. 7 to hit, 9 to damage.
Yes.
That sounds.
Well,
Because your strength's 5 now.
yeah.
Mhm.
I got 5, and then I've got
2 from the weapon.
2 from Brunhilde, 2 from Coward's Bane, 2 from Rage.
So then plus 11 on damage.
Right? Or not?
No, so no, Coward's Bane and Broomhilde are
Or
one
one.
weapon.
They're
right
one
now.
weapon. So
Yeah,
it's
no,
just
so it's
just
just
the
plus
two.
+2. Yeah.
Okay.
So plus 9. You're good.
Plus 9. Plus 9!
Brunhilde's
All right.
great, but you don't
That
get.
is a fucking min roll, so whatever. 7.
+9.
Yes. No, just 2 plus 9 is 11 damage.
Okay. Still standing, but looking very, very flat.
Good hit. Good hit.
So
It's my turn.
Initially it is stopped by kind of the ethereal armor, and then kind of push past it, and you cut right into the cultist's side, and kind of crumbles a little bit, but rights himself and keeps concentrating on the spell, which reminds me. Where's the circle? That one. Okay, and he does maintain concentration on his section of the spell. Yeah. Yeah, so no, unfortunately Brunhilde does not stack pluses like that.
No, I didn't think it was the case. I didn't add it on the first.
That's
turn.
Okay.
It was still not on the
That's what I was saying.
fault for taking that.
I wish that the system was forgiving enough where that could happen, but
No worries.
it gets a little out of
It's
control. So.
right over
I've made that mistake before. Well, maybe when you guys are trying to fight God or something.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so does that do it for your turn, Dodo?
That is me.
Okay, perfect. So this goes to the undead. Make sure I get to the right page. Why did I do that? I bookmarked both sides of one page. I guess I like both of those monsters. Okay.
Skeleton raider.
There you go.
Skeleton raider.
All right. So. So this skeleton is going to turn around, and Donar, you've got a short sword attack coming your way from Siskeleman. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
It's
For lucky you, for 3 damage half to 2. That was so great. So some of these are going to 20. Going to move as directed. Kind of start blocking up the door. And let's see, 5, 10, 15, 25. You are just out of reach of him. They would be
we're level 5, correct?
6.
6.
all right. That's gonna be it for those skeletons. Summoning ritual still going on. This is gonna go to Stefan. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna like peer into the open door.
Okay, yeah. So you see a whole mass of skeletons converging at the door right in front of you. Looking past them, you see some sort of. You can see the energy from a magic circle. The shadowy energy is kind of coalescing into, starting to coalesce into kind of a vaguely humanoid form. And various cultists kind of posted up. Okay. Okay.
Fireball.
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay. You are.
I can take it.
There. Okay.
150.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. This cultist is going to counterspell.
What's the range?
On counterspell.
You're all the way back here. That's not you.
Nope.
Well, use this reaction. You are in range of him.
Is he in the process of summoning the spell? Is he gonna break his concentration?
No.
Nah.
So it's a group casting spell.
Okay.
So, which is why
Ooh.
hellish rebuke worked.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Saucy.
Yeah. Because I cast evocation spell, does my magic missile still go off from my orb?
No, because it was kind of stillborn at the time of casting.
Okay. With the rest of my movement, I am going to go back up.
But on turning his attention away from the circle, the shadowy energy will kind of fizzle a little bit until he turns back around.
Alright.
So that there is a negative consequence for him.
That's it for my
It
turn.
doesn't completely break the concentration because of the other three holding it, but you are causing issues for them.
Alright.
Both you and Don are interfering with it.
That's it.
Okay. That's going to go to Framastrian. You're up.
I was about 7 squares off of the door, so I'll dash up to basically where Stefan is, and that's my turn.
And I knocked over Tink again. I'm so
Tink
sorry.
is having it rough tonight.
He is.
That is me.
Okay.
Dash and done.
That'll go to Tink.
Okay. I will crawl over the door. How big is the door frame?
The door is 15 feet wide.
15 feet wide?
Yeah.
Oh, high?
Oh, high. It'd be about 12 feet.
About 12 feet?
Yeah, it's a big ass door.
Okay. So I will scoot over so I can be above it.
Okay.
I will throw a dagger.
Okay. Like Spider-Man your way over the door. The lethal Spider-Man. If Spider-Man and Kraven the Hunter had a baby. That looked like a lizard puppy.
So I am hidden,
You are, yes.
but I'm throwing it out dagger range, so it's going to be a flat roll.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's going to be a 22 to hit.
22 will hit. Who are you aiming at?
Counter spelly.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. And as it releases from my hand, I'm going to say, you got it, and I'm going to activate the venom effect.
Okay, alright.
That's good.
Going for it.
Yeah.
Alright, nice.
That's good.
Oh yeah, so yeah, pull out your dagger of venom, the wyvern sting crafted into a weapon, throw it out as you utter its name, the draconic runes along the center of the blade glow, and it starts leaking the wyvern poison right into his back as he's kind of turned to regain concentration on the spell.
And then here is the weird part,
Okay.
is I get sneak attack only when I have advantage.
Right.
But since it was a flat roll, no sneak attack.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. And then DC 15 con save.
DC 15 con save. Alright, let's see how he does. That is a fail.
Nice. Twist his dick.
Keep swapping his things because I keep needing to use that die. 11, 15 plus 4. That's going to be 19 overall damage.
19, yeah.
Does source matter or no?
For this individual, no.
Okay, so 19 overall.
18 overall. Okay, so that'll put in there. Okay. Nice.
And I will go.
Still standing.
Up
Definitely, you got the dagger in the back, and you can kind of see as the venom starts kind of, the wyvern's poison starts coursing through it. There's like the veins on his neck start turning black.
Yeah.
You can see him struggling to kind of maintain concentration on his end. He does maintain con, but barely. But yeah, you could see there's like pain on his face. His jaw's like locking up. He's like, the veins are, his neck is like standing. Okay. And does that do it for your turn?
That is it. I go up 5, so that way I'm concealed.
Okay.
From the inside.
Alright. From the inside. So that is going to go to the cultists. That will. Okay, so that'll set that back that far. So they do stabilize the energy coalescing, but your efforts have postponed it a little bit.
Post Malone.
So these guys are going to stay posted up.
And then the initiative for Skunk.
Right.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Threw a skunk out there.
Is Misty a skunk?
That's a yoke.
That's
Yoki.
Yoke. Okay.
Yeah, that's Yoki.
Yoki
the skunk.
Just have the skunk act on your initiative. That's fine.
Okay.
It's less complicated that way. So what did you give the skunk any directions, or just throw it in there and hope for the best?
He's pissed. He saw fire. He's pissed off. He's been rattled around like crazy, and I tossed him in there, and the skeletons ran past, or the zombies ran past him.
Yeah.
So wherever he feels safe from there, that's the call of nature.
I think it should be chance. Roll me a D100. We'll see what.
He spontaneously combusts. Roll fireball.
Fireball.
83.
83.
That's a
You know what?
Load him up.
He's pissed enough to attack the skeletons instead of running away. So.
Put the pizza away.
Let's see. I imagine the skunk's first instinct would be to spray instead of going after something with its teeth. So it can attempt to make a whatever that works for the skunk.
That's a DC 9 con saving throw.
And is that for poison?
Does not specify. It's not a poison, it's, I guess a smell. Yeah.
So neither one of those things would affect skeletons.
Correct.
So you have a group of smelly skeletons in front of you.
Smellingtons.
Because if it was a poison thing, they would be immune to that being skeletons.
Yeah, I'm sure it's about the same. I mean, it's a sense thing regardless.
Yeah. I just wasn't sure how it decided to classify it. Is there a stat block for there? Is that just a...
It's just a skunk, yeah.
Book is that
Not from the player's handbook.
Yeah, it's not in the monster manual either. Maybe Volos.
That's what I'm pulling out right now to check the cobalt stuff.
Okay. NPCs from... I always forget those are back there.
Which the video just said like, it's like, oh god.
Assorted beasts. Swarm of rock
And
grubs.
where
You
to
have the
find
swarm
them.
of rock grubs in here.
That cooled down a little bit. Gotta get the air going.
Okay, the skunk has a walking speed of 20 feet, AC 10, 1 hit point, and has no effective attacks. It rolls initiative and on its turn uses its actions to spray musk at random creatures within 5 feet of it.
Okay.
Target must make a DC 9 Constitution saving throw. On fail save, target retches and can't take actions for 1 minute. The target can repeat saving throws at the end of each of its turns, ending its effects on a success. A creature that does not need to breathe or is immune to poison automatically succeeds and has no saving throw.
Okay, so yeah, the skeletons will be stinky, but unaffected as far as they're concerned.
Mm-hmm.
That might make things more uncomfortable for your comrades, though. We will see. Okay, so that's the skunk's turn. It defiantly sprayed the skeletons, and that'll do it. Okay. Okay, now back to the cultists. They're doing their thing. This cultist is going to go ahead and pull out his scimitar, take a swing at Donar. That is a 17 hit.
Which one?
Yeah, good.
Are any of these considered
What's his
being
AC now?
hit in the back?
Yeah, it's AC 17.
Well, since you're facing him, that would be technically considered an attack at your back. Yeah, the way you're facing.
I already forgot what that do.
Oh yeah,
You can
get, like
attack
a
him back.
reaction or
I think
something.
I can attack back.
Because coward's bane.
I think I can attack back. Just hit me with what it is.
Okay.
What's the damage?
That is okay, great. That was a great roll. That is 4 damage, half to 2, because this guy just apparently he's not feeling it. It just kind of glances off of one of your back spikes, and it's kind of,
Okay, 2 damage to me.
Yeah.
I will reaction attack for a 23 to hit.
that'll definitely hit.
And then I will do this.
It's like you got poked with a tooth that could just came around and just
Whack.
whack at it.
Kitty got claws.
18 damage.
Oh gosh, okay. Yeah. So
He's
yeah,
hitting
you
hard
kind of
right
kind
now.
of
Hitting
just
hard,
misses you, and you
hard
just
right
kind
now.
of turn around with Brunhilde, and you
Except
kind
the
of
50 some damage
let
so
Brunhilde
far.
slide, just like slice right across his stomach.
So for okay, but never mind.
You good?
Stab again.
Damien.
Okay. The skeletons are going there, so these guys are going to turn their attention towards Donar.
Good luck, buddy.
So you've got 3 crossbow bolts coming your way.
Okay.
That's 2 misses and a nat 20.
Ooh.
So that is going to be 16 damage, half to 8.
8 damage.
8 damage, yeah.
Okay.
And then these guys this guy is going to cast Wall of Flame right here.
Damn. That's big.
Mm-hmm.
That's got some heft.
We dead. Not yet.
I want like 3 more turns before next turn. I have stuff to
Wall
do.
of Fire, so.
Oh, that's completely different.
I mean, technically, yes. Wall of Flame's actually made out of fire element.
Oh,
Okay.
Ooh, skunk. How mad are you?
I don't know if he's noticed yet.
I'm gonna be able to tell. I just hear.
Yeah, given that it has 1 hit point, it kind of just. That skeleton will take some damage.
It did combust
It did combust into a gaseous thing.
spontaneously.
But yeah, so yeah, effectively creating another barrier behind the wall of bones that is coming your way.
Ah, clever.
Da, 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 da. Okay.
I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man.
And magic. 5. And that guy is going to.
So close. So close.
Donar, you see one of the cultists come up behind the guy who got hit in the back with the dagger from Tink, and he is going to start to heal him.
Okay.
So that'll be okay. So he will be back to that much. And then when does the poison happen at the beginning of his turn? How does that work? 'Cause that might actually
It's
be.
the same thing as wyvern poison. So however wyvern poison works,
I was hoping you knew, so I have to look that up.
everyone's always passed. I've never had to know.
Well, that makes sense. Let's take a Constitution saving throw. Oh gosh.
Donar.
Well, that's actually
Us.
that's so make. So he is poison.
Oh, I get. Hold on.
Oh,
Donar.
he's
This means
technically poisoned, so there's disadvantage on this. Okay. That would actually kill him.
No.
Hey.
Before that happened.
Good kill.
So instead, he's gonna take his place in this room.
What? These guys.
Was he the one that did the firewall?
Who counterspelled the fireball?
No. Who did the firewall?
No, that was that one.
He was the one shooting crossbows.
This one was formerly shooting a crossbow. Yes.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, and the spiritual weapon guy is still. Can he see? with the wall of fire there, we're gonna say that the spiritual weapon doesn't move because he can't see past the wall of fire.
Hey.
So it's just kind of floating there next to the skeletons.
Small victory.
It went down, but the flames grew higher.
There you go. All right, that'll go to Donut.
Fuck him up.
Okay.
Okay.
Attack 8 times.
Attack 8 times?
Do
I
it.
wish I
This is
could.
the time. Potion of 8 attacks.
Potion of 8 attacks.
8 attacks.
I'll just use my normal action first.
Okay.
To swing, same boy. 18 to hit.
18 okay.
Nice.
And then I will do his bullet.
Damage.
Okay.
Just keeps killing
he's-
guys off the
his
corner.
health is
Anybody
low
else
enough
want to
just
jump
your
into a
raw
circle?
strike is gonna kill him.
Okay. That is okay with me.
So you come back from attacking the other guy, kind of let Brunhilde out and just slice past him.
He did
And-
enough damage.
Yeah, and he just crumbles.
Yeah.
Into a pile of
Little
blood and
dice
ropes.
just says enough.
And
I
as he
rolled
does, you
it.
see
I
the
rolled
magic
enough.
circle start
Rolled
kind of
enough.
wavering,
Alright.
like right as that guy's like stepping up to stabilize it, he collapses and it starts wavering. The energy starts kind of dissipating off.
With that as a sign, I will flip
Okay.
and start striking homeboy
Okay. Oh yeah, the guy you already whacked. Roll it up.
for a 24.
24 will hit.
25.
25 will hit.
Even.
Even.
That actually misses it.
That actually misses.
And he like tries to parry it with his scimitar, but you just like slice right, almost knock it out of his hand. It's not enough.
19 damage.
Yo!
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so you just
Feeling
blow
that
past the
bloodlust,
scimitar.
There we
Brunhilde
go.
just goes like right into his chest with the, kind of the extended blade, since it's a Brunhilde absorbed Coward's Bane. It's got the bigger blade on it, so just right through him, and he just kind of collapses into a pile of leather armor and sadness.
Great band.
Leather armor and sadness.
That is a great band.
Who did
Just
when?
riddled
Who did
with
I
arrows.
see cast this
They all rolled
wildfire?
18. I didn't have
That guy.
Which space are they occupying? This one or this one?
Yeah, what?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. I'll go there.
Okay, you can definitely
And
do
I'll
that.
take that opportunity attack with disadvantage, please.
Okay. And both of them get a disadvantage?
Does he have reach? Because I was here.
Oh, I thought you were right there. Okay. No, he doesn't have reach. That will be, yeah, that's a nat 1 before disadvantage.
No halo.
Oh, got it. You said he's the one who did it.
Yes. Sorry.
And he is the one I will use my
Here we go.
hasted strike on
Okay.
for a 15.
15 will not hit.
Good
It
effort.
once
though,
again
man.
kind of runs up against that ethereal armor.
And that is me.
Okay, that does it for you. That will go to the Skelemans.
Good turn, dude. Clearing the pieces.
Should have wiped my face one more time.
That one's
This
going to
dude's
take
sinking the
a bunch of
battleships.
damage from being in the fire, because he's going to
Which
definitely fail his deck save. Okay. Bunch of char dash. Okay. So those skeletons kind of line up in front of the door. You've got their short spears kind of all pointed at you. This guy's gonna start shambling.
Thought I was born ashamed.
5, not quite in range. 5. Okay. That'll do it for the undead. They're there presently. So then that will go to Stefan.
Alright, first skeleton I see.
Hmm?
Chill touch.
Chill touch. Okay.
Okay, so then I need I need a hit, I think.
I believe so. I believe that's an attack roll on your part.
Yes.
Look at. Yeah.
No?
But,
I mean, they're skeletons. How much of a no was it?
so it's a nat 1.
Okay, that's definitely a no.
The biggest no.
But then because of my, what's it called? I don't know if it still works. I leveled up and I got, where is it?
So you open up the Encyclopedia Apocrypha in front of you, and then ethereal hands kind of down into the into the ground, and you kind of see them burrowing through, and they go to reach up to the skeleton, and they almost kind of dissipate in the heat of the wall of fire.
I get potent cantrips,
Ooh, right.
and that does, starting at 6, right? When a creature succeeds, oh no, it's a saving throw. Okay, never mind.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool. That's the end of my turn.
Gotcha. Framastrian.
Turn undead on the wall of bone.
Okay.
Wisdom 15.
Wisdom 15. That is a fail. 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 Fail.
Classy. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so if did you move up at all, or just do it from there?
It's within 30 feet, so yeah.
Just for story.
Oh, no, I'll move up now, and I'll go to you.
Okay, so from where you were, you can hold up the holy symbol of the Forge Father,
Boom.
and kind of a dull red light, like the embers of a forge, emanates out of it, and strikes the center skeleton and kind of crumble away into char and dust.
Okay. And I'm feeling the heat, but not enough to burn from here. Is that okay? Okay, I'm good there.
You should be all right there.
I'm all right. That's my turn.
I think. Let me double check.
Wall of bone down.
Let me just double check on all of them, because I know there's.
Next turn, wall of fire. I can get it.
Okay. So. Yeah. This. Once you get to the edge of the door, it would start feeling too hot.
Too hot? Like I get burned?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll stay
So
back.
I had to double check to
Yeah,
already got the spell.
I'll step in, then I'll step back out, and it
Because
was...
essentially it's like right here
Okay.
and then 10 feet this way.
Okay, so if it's too hot, I'll back up to here then.
It's why.
Okay, smart move. I'm done.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Also, when the skeletons were kind of crumbly. All right. And that's the end of the round. It is 9:15, so we're gonna go ahead and call it there,
Okay.
and we will resume with the siege of Redmayne Redoubt next week.
Yo.
We took about half them out.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys did good.
Good.
Thick.
Nice
Oh,
job,
yeah.
gentlemen.
Yeah, no.
What time is it?
I'll do my best to be on time next time.
The prison that lets you out,
Dude, it's
Work release.
Oh, dude, it's fucking shit show.
The war crime fireball was
What prison is
extremely effective.
It was.